Hey again, welcome to the second part of the professional development on creating a virtual classroom that has a community feeling. In the first part, we discussed the teacher presence and the social presence. This part will go over the cognitive presence. And you can see I'm using Prezi. For those of you that were interested in that, this video is going to have a little bit on it. But as I go through, you can see that you can put your big main topic up and you can work with bubbles or other templates that they have where it overlays your video. So you have here the main topic that we're going to discuss. That is the learners community, where they're able to work together to make sense of their learning. And we'll have all these subtopics that we're going to go through, and then the conclusion. This could, though, be done without me in the video, so you can have a background. And it could also be done without your overlay, so it's just you. So you can go back and forth between having things that the kids can look at in your video and having a way to just focus on the topics and not you. I think it's a really handy tool. Let's see. We're going to start on the community of learners. This was what I was telling you about a second ago, where we were originally discussing the social presence and the teaching presence in the first video. So you can always stop this one right now and go back into the playlist and find the beginning part. You'll want to start there to learn about the social emotional connections that we can build in a virtual classroom or a hybrid model. And you'll want to go to that other video to learn about teaching presence, how we can facilitate our course modules and units and curriculum and tools that we're using to teach with in the online blended learning. So how to design it. In this video, the cognitive presence, we're going to go over the ability for students to make connections, be engaged, and have a dialogue where they can really build on their learning in a deep manner instead of on a quick overview where they're not really making a lot of meaning out of their learning. So we're used to having that happen in our general classrooms, but when we're working in our online and hybrid classrooms, we're going to really want to make sure that we focus on how they're making those connections in a deep manner. So our outline for today then will be review and bridge previous course that we had to this one. We're going to discuss practical strategies to transfer our traditional plans to a virtual plan. We're going to elaborate on a modular approach as a virtual course. Digital tools will be aligned for meaningful learning. We're going to discuss that a bit. We'll go over the 4 C's and 5 E's as they apply to hybrid and digital learning. And we're going to pull it all together where I'll give you an example using this tool, Prezi. And there's other resources too. One that I'll focus on is Nearpod, but then you'll have a whole slew of stuff to investigate on your own. So I hope that's not too overwhelming for you, but there will be the PowerPoint that I'm using right now, shared in Google Drive. I started off with Google Slides and then I turned it into a PowerPoint so that I can do this with Prezi. You should be able to then transfer back to slides if you need to see it that way. Here we go.